Alright, Leos, this is Will back again for your mid-August horoscope. I'm sorry I've let you down. It's August 14th. Thought I was going to have all these done by the beginning of the month, but, I suppose life stood in the way, and this reading is looking scary accurate as a Leo myself. Wish I could have gotten this posted or even gotten this advice for myself prior to the events that have unfolded in my life. Let's see if this resonates for you guys as well. We'll take this phone down here and see what these cards are. So, just the formatting a little bit. I got all the cards, including the oracle cards, already laid out. We're going to do 4 oracle cards. I want these videos to be a little bit longer and have a little bit more depth. We are represented by the 6 of Wands. The people in our life are represented by that is the 9 of Pentacles. These cards are a little bit trickier to read. This is the Heaven and Earth Tarot. And what draws us together with the people in our life is the Princess of Wands. Now, a possible outcome up here is the 3 of Swords reversed. And another possible outcome here is the 3 of Wands reversed. So, I got some candles burning here. Don't want to knock them over when my phone's plugged in. Let's go over what all these cards mean here. Okay. So, this holds true for me. We're coming from a place of victory and triumph. We've overcame a lot since July on our last reading. Some major milestones. And we should be proud of ourselves for that. This is a time for celebration of our success. However, I think of this kind of like the aftermath of like World War II or World War I or something. Like, it doesn't come without cost. We might have won, but we got a lot of cleaning up and we got a lot of healing to do after this. It's a great victory, but we got some work to do. And the first thing that's most evident is the material damage that may have been done as a result of this. And I don't see this necessarily just as material damage relating to our pocketbook or our finances, but this could also be material damage such as damage done to our belongings or things that we have to sort through, or perhaps even things to do with our health, because we are material beings as well. And that could take a little bit of time to sort through, and the other people in our life can see and sense this as well. So we might be giving off that wounded dove vibe for a little bit, and that's something that we want to work against. Now, what's drawn us to where we are right now is the Pentacle of Wands, which is in the Princess of Wands, pardon me. And I see the Princess of Wands, and I'm not super familiar with this deck yet, but I see her as the equivalent to the Rider-Waite Page of Wands. And I see that as a message of faith and hope and prosperity and creativity. So this is a message that we've received that somehow boosted us to a place of success. And the success has led us to a bit of a hardship or a bit of a mess to clean up. And that's okay for right now. Now, I wouldn't expect anything to get better with this right away, Leo. I think that right now we're supposed to be feeling some sorrow, a little bit of sadness and hardship, maybe a bit of a broken heart, and that's okay. It's part of the healing process. And another possible outcome is that we're working on building strength from all of this, and we're working on learning. I think that would be the best possible outcome under these circumstances, is if we're able to learn and grow and build ourselves up as a person and continue to march towards the victory that we've experienced. We don't want to, I don't see this is a negative reading. I see this as an overall positive reading. I think that we've accomplished a lot, and we shouldn't lose sight of that just because there's a mess to clean up later on. So I have some oracle cards here too. The first oracle card I drew was the Empathy card. Let these be your strengths throughout the month, or perhaps your weaknesses to be mindful of. Empathy. This is how we relate to others. This is the ability to put ourselves into the position of others and see things from other people's point of view, or even the point of view of animals if necessary. This is a great strength to have. I drew the inheritance card, and again, these cards are taking it face value. Bring it in close there. We got a castle there, and it looks like we've got a maze reaching to the center, and at the center of the maze, it's interesting, it looks like there's a lion there. Leo the lion. Now, I don't know if I showed you, but I recently came upon some inheritance myself. My grand too long ago, and I'll show you this. I inherited this old Ouija board right here. This is where all the cards are. I'm going to use this as my laying table. I don't know if I'll use this. I don't have a dial for it to use it as a Ouija board yet, but it's a kind of a cool prop, if nothing else. And I inherited that diamond ring right there too. The board is by Haskell, or Haskellite Manufacturing Corporation, and just from a quick Google search, I dated it at 1940, so it's pretty old. We could all use some inheritance. It's funny when somebody dies, you think that you're entitled to all the riches in the world, but sometimes you just end up with a worn out Ouija board. I'm grateful though. The next card I drew was impulsiveness. This is a trait that I possess and I use pretty frequently. It's gotten me into trouble, but it's also brought me towards victory in the past too. An impulsive decision isn't always a bad decision. I think that when we're making impulsive decisions, it's important that we use our intuition and we garner our wand's energy and maybe not so much our sword's energy. We should work from a place of faith and hope rather than a place of logic and analysis when we're making impulsive decisions. And then they're maybe not so impulsive, but they're decisions based on faith. And again, coinciding with our Three of Swords here, I drew the Sorrow card. This is a time for healing for you, Leo. I know this has been a hard month for this Leo, and I hope that yours was a little bit better. And I hope to get you guys a September reading coming soon, hopefully by the 1st of September, but I can't make any guarantees at this. I'm not a very good YouTuber. I have other responsibilities and roles to fill as well. I really hope you enjoyed this reading, and I appreciate your time and watching. Thank you to all my, I think I got about 15 subscribers right now, maybe a little less. Please like and subscribe and leave me a comment if you'd like a reading. I'd be happy to do one for you.